Hi, everybody, and hi, Miss Corrine, my co-host, and hi, Jonathan, all the way from Sweden, special guest today. Everybody are welcome to the Cosmic Sis Stars Show with Anne and Corrine, and today our special guest, Jonathan. We are open up our sacred space with joy as we welcome this special guest from Stockholm. And together we will explore the heart of meditation and the deeper pathways of spirituality. We are delighted to welcome Jonathan into the cosmic conversation and even more excited for you to feel the energy this is going to bring and that Jonathan is bringing to us.
Yes.
So settle in, breathe with us, and join this uplifting conversation where wisdom, presence, and soulful connection meet. Today we have Wednesday, February 4th in US and Europe, and our future Thursday, February 5th in Australia, down under. And don't hesitate to ask questions in the chat on YouTube. Send it anything you feel for. We love to interact with all of you. Our last show on Cosmic Guardians and Cosmic Sisters was last Wednesday, January 28th, and we talked about interweaving eternity, the tapestry of soul connections. We do go live on YouTube every week, every Wednesday at youtube.com/at Cosmic Guardians 111/streams, if you want to find us easy, and youtube.com/at Angel Place on Earth/streams. A lot of slashes and dashes, like usual, right?
Yes.
So I'm not going to talk too much today. So let's dive into today's show. Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good. It's been a long day, but it's great to be here. I'm grateful.
Tell us a little bit about us. How did you start on this spiritual path?
I think like I've always felt something in a sense, but I haven't really understood what it is. Um, but I think it was later on when I more started to I discovered like Eckhart Tolle, like many others, and the power of now came in a good time for me.
Mhm.
I don't fully understand all of it yet, I would say. I've listened to it and read the book. It's not the easiest book, I would say. It's hard to really go deeper in yourself. Sometimes I feel, but that book kind of paved the way to the start, at least I would say. Um, but it was definitely later on, like 2 years ago now, I would say, that it really started to kick off a lot more than I was. I wasn't really ready for it in a sense. It's uh, it's very interesting and also feels at the same time like it's very natural, but at the same time it's also like something strange but amazing.
Yeah,
It's
it is strange and amazing. And you said that you didn't fully understand, but I think for me also, when there are new things coming, it's a process for everybody. It takes a little bit of time. And for each time you read a book, for instance, it's like you peel that onion,
Yes.
coming deeper, getting deeper insights, understanding on different levels, right?
Yes. And and
definitely.
and we're taught not to uh, really feel those feelings. We're taught to be conventional and follow the crowd and follow that. So that makes us also feel a little uncomfortable, like we're doing something out of the ordinary and something that doesn't fit in. And yet, being a spiritual being and following that is our true road. And it's the other people that cause the uneasiness around us, and getting through that it takes peeling off those shells.
Yes, it does. And sometimes you can feel that, am I on the crazy end?
Mhm.
Am I really experiencing these things, right? So
Yeah.
how
Definitely.
was that for you, Jonathan?
I mean, it felt crazy at times, I would say. Almost like unexplainable many times. And it keeps on getting like these experiences just keeps on coming in a sense.
Mhm.
I think it's hard not to focus on it because it's so interesting, but it's like I don't know. The experiences are the experiences, but at the same time, I know, like for example, with my meditation, I just need to just keep it going in a sense. The experiences will always be there in a sense, but I guess it's a part of it, but I don't think it's the point out of all of it.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, honestly, and like what meditation can do. I mean, I think everybody has different experiences, and many have like probably similarities. But yeah, wow, it's amazing. It's definitely the best tool that I've found, and I really wish that everybody could find something like this um, to help themselves both like feel better, ground themselves, and also like to elevate in life. It feels like you gain a superpower in a sense. It's uh,
Yes.
it's truly wow, amazing. I love talking about it. Also, and I think many people since it's pretty. I mean, it's always been something interesting for me, but I haven't fully like got it. I don't know if I fully have it understood yet about the meditation, but I still have a deeper understanding of it than what I had from many years ago when I tried to meditate, but I don't think I really did,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. So do you have I just want to mention we have someone in the chat here that says hello. And I
Yeah.
said,
Hello?
hi there, happy that you are here joining us.
Yes.
So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So Jonathan, do you have any specific um, that taken out of your mind like that experience you want to share with us?
Um, yeah, there haven't been that many, honestly, but when they've happened, it's really hard to explain almost. But it's like, for example, this was when I started to experience a little bit. I heard something about, I have it right here actually, amethyst. I love
Mhm.
this stone,
Yeah.
amazing stone. And I heard that you could put it in sunlight or moonlight also. And I tried it because I was very skeptical, as most of the time with all of these things. I guess that is a part of the spiritual journey. Uh, and I put in the sun, and later on at night I put in a glass of water for a few hours, and then I drank it before my meditation, also before I was about to go to sleep. Also, it was a kind
Oh.
of late meditation. Um, and I sat there in my room. I sat here on the, I don't know if you can see it's my sofa. It's a bit dark, but I was sitting there for myself, and I felt like this energy in my room. It was almost like it was exactly where I sit right now, but more like in the corner here. You can't really see it, but it's a corner here. And it was like I heard this sound or like a frequency. It was like almost like someone wrapping a paper or something. And I felt like I got this like goosebumps all over my body in a sense. But the thing was, as these goosebumps just went over my body, I started to feel like there was almost like this vibration all around me, like this almost like an aura, but it was like going around and around all my body, like but fast. and it got stronger and stronger, and I felt like it was a really good feeling, but it was also like scary in a sense,
Yeah.
because it was like, wow, what is this? I've never felt like this energy before. It's like so strong, and I got like warm at the same time, also doing this, like very warm, but it wasn't uncomfortable. And I felt like it was almost like I was about to. I don't think I did, but it felt like almost I was about to like elevate in a sense. I don't know exactly what it is. I have some thoughts about what it could be, but it was really strange. I felt this huge vibration just all around my body. Like it felt like I was glowing almost. Yeah, crazy. I would say.
It sounds like you were reactivated. You were reconnected to your true self. And yes, it feels a little strange when it happens, but it's like every cell in your body is responding to something that is really you. And that's new because we've been, like I said, programmed not to know that that is what our energetic body is all about. Yes, that was a beautiful experience.
It was a beautiful experience. It happened like 2 or 3 times now. Not always when I've drinking the amethyst water, but it was wow. Yeah, it was crazy. It was scary but amazing at the same time.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I have like another experience. I don't think it's that crazy in a sense when I explain it, but for me, when I did it, it was something different for me because I haven't experienced something like that before. So I was out walking in nature in a big park close to where I live, and I felt like I've been walking by this place. It's like a private graveyard, and I could see because before this I've been starting to see a lot of numbers for a while. And outside of it was like 7 7 7 7 7 7 7, many sevens. I was like, this is a private graveyard, but it feels like I should go into this place. It was a very sunny and beautiful day, so I didn't feel afraid of it also at the same time. If it was darker, and I don't know, I've been at graveyards later also, but it would be a different feeling, I think. But I went in there and I was like, okay, this doesn't feel right, but at the same time, for some reason, I said to myself, like, is it okay if I come in here? And I didn't feel like nothing stopped me. But I just went in. I've never been this before. Apparently, this place is like an old graveyard for the creator of Swedish gymnastics. He's pretty big around the world in gymnastics. It's called Ling, I think. Very good also name to meditate on, I think, the word Ling. But I did that a little bit. I sat down. Actually, it was like this big rune stone, and I sat in front of it. And I said like the Ling, like to myself, like Ling, Ling. It felt good when I said it in myself, like a mantra. And as I sat there for, I was thinking I'm going to go do my daily meditation here and try it out because I've never done it before. Something I've heard about it, like that is something with meditating at graveyards. And I heard like there are some Buddhist practices and some yogic practices that do this. I'm not been that into it, but I've heard about it. And as I sat there for like, I think it was 10, 15 minutes or something, I just hear like, it's almost like a big stone getting thrown straight behind me. It feels like something big is just like slamming down, just straight behind me. So I'm just jumping up like, wow, what was that? And I have to open my eyes. I didn't want to open my eyes because I want to keep being my meditation. But I'm looking behind and like, wow, there's nothing there. I was like, wow, what was that? Because I've always been kind of scared of like the spirits and like seeing ghosts and stuff. Because I don't know, I haven't really been ready for it in a sense. And then I was like, okay, I probably should just get back to meditating. And then I felt like just like 1 minute after, but the sound, it happened again, but it was further away. And yeah, that was about it actually. But I feel like it felt like someone wanted to get in contact with me.
Yeah.
And it felt really like I haven't experienced it. Probably you guys have much more experience with this than me, but it felt like, wow, this is actually real. It's actually real. It's like, wow, okay. I can't see it, but I felt it. I felt the energy, and I even heard like this crazy sound. I couldn't hold myself. I just jumped up like twice.
Yeah. One of the things that I have a group that meets every Tuesday night for open heart meditation. And I found out a long time ago that when I meditate, I don't go through the stages of meditation. I go right into the oneness. And so I practiced for a whole summer, seeing if I could hold that energy so people that were here could feel it without having to try and get to it. And the one thing that I really stress when people come, this is your time for your healing and your connection. And just be in the moment, in the now. And I'll do all the heavy lifting. You don't have to try and get there. You don't have to think about it. And the more that you don't think about it and the more that you allow it to happen, everyone has a different experience. But yeah, that was amazing.
That was really amazing.
That was really tactile.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was for me, it was for new.
Yeah, I think most of us, when I was younger, I was always afraid of spirits. My first experience, I was maybe 4, 5, 6, don't remember very clear. And we lived inside almost close to the center of the city in Stockholm, Sveavägen. You know where that is? In a very old house. And I woke up before my mom. It was only my mom and me. And I passed down the hall and wanted to go into the kitchen and grab some water. But the living room was on the left side. And I took a peek and I saw this lady on the couch. Oops. So I ran down the hall inside into the bedroom and I locked the door as well, as if that helps, right? And I told my mom and I said, we have someone sleeping on the couch. She said, no, we don't have anyone here. And that was, I saw her, I didn't go close to her, but in the spirit world, we can hear sounds, we can have these sensations. And I even felt my great-grandmother one time, she did this on my cheek. She wanted to comfort me. So it's a natural thing. And the more we see, the less we fear. Because even if it's just a short vision of something, or it's a sensation we get in the body, it helps us I don't fear anymore. If I feel a presence that I don't want to have around me, I just say, you go away. I don't want to have you here. That's it.
It's crazy that actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And my sensitivity is interdimensional. I don't. I mean, I feel presences, but I don't have any contact with the ones that are earthbound. But my energies contacts are more interdimensional and so off-world, so to speak. And but they come more as subtle. We're here. I don't really have the visual. I think as a child, I probably feared that and said, no, I don't want to see anymore. But I do sense the energy of these beings. And yes, but this is great.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I think I have kind of the same thing. I don't see anything, but like I definitely feel energies like a lot, and especially I
Right.
was at this healer like half a year back, and after I was at her, uh, I don't know, I felt so much energies inside of my home here, and it was both like both negative and positive, and I started to get like these pictures in my head that was very like it wasn't something nice that I would. I don't think most people like that. It was not nice. So I felt like someone was really trying to get to me in a sense. And then I asked her later on, like exactly like you said, and like telling like um, she told me that if I don't want this, say I don't want. Thank you,
Absolutely.
but I don't want this. And after
Yes.
that, it just stopped, and
Yep.
I only wanted the good energy, and that's what I get right now.
Yeah.
We do have that ability. If we don't, and she was nice the way that she said it, but I mean, I've told people to just tell them to get the out of here, because because it is our space, and before people come here for meditation, I clear all that, and then I do have an energy bubble that is around my whole property, and nothing or no thing or no thought can penetrate that, and nothing that is not for our highest good for each of us. And I mean, it's like sitting inside of one of these little bug repellers, zip, 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 because it's the energy field is taking care of any energies, because the energies are drawn to light. And
Yeah.
but boy, you are the one in power. Always remember that.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for the confirmation. I
Yes.
really feel it after I did that, and
Yep.
it
And
was amazing, honestly.
you don't have to be polite,
No,
and
okay, that's good to know. I felt like okay, I want to be respectful towards these
no,
energies.
because I mean, if you had a human being that was in your face that was offensive, I mean, you would not. I mean, yes, you would use diplomacy, of course, but there are times when you just say, out of here, gone, be gone, be gone.
Mm.
And just because we are loving, empathic people does not mean we have to be stepped on. Nope, you draw into your inner warrior, and you just knock the. Not going to say it because I am a lady on the screen, but always know that you're not there to solve their problems.
No.
No.
So
I had a friend that's very open, and you can say that when we are opening up, we can become like parables, like antennas, right? So we are attracting a lot of things.
right,
And she's told me, she and her husband, every evening when she went home after work, they had a queue with spirits wanting help. And of course, we feel with them, right? We want to assist if we can, but we also need to make up our rules around that. Doesn't mean that we are available 24/7. And that is a part also taking care of your energy. Because I love to talk about this. I call it spiritual hygiene.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. So, we brush our teeth, we wash our faces and the bodies, and we shower, and we do a lot of things with our bodily and earthly hygiene, right? For the human body. But we have never been taught to take care of our spiritual energy. And
Mhm.
that is something very, very important. It helps us actually because we are not going to be drained of energy. That can happen because out there, everything is not of the light always, right? It doesn't mean that it really can hurt us physically because it can't if we stop them and say no. And a spirit that's transforming over to the other side, Many times they are going to show themselves if they can't move forward and move on, they're going to be like they were here. So if it's a grumpy person, that's going to be a grumpy spirit coming,
Right.
if that makes sense, right? Um, but we can interact and we can help. And there are occasions when we actually can help them to go to the place they belong, help them to see, because a spirit who feels stuck, that's an illusion, actually. And it's in here, even in the spirit world sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all spirits, but many. And there are also coming out new information about what really happens when we transition over to the other side, right?
Right.
So that's for another day. Maybe we can tease you to come on again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be fun.
Yeah. My experience was over the last 50 years. I didn't realize it in the beginning, but I would be getting downloads, spiritual downloads, and educational downloads, and they would happen at any time. And I finally realized, and I had a conversation, and I said, "Look, I'm in a human body, and it's got certain things that it has to have. It has to have sleep. So don't keep bugging me all night. We can talk a little bit, but don't bug me all night. And definitely don't give me a download while I'm driving a car." So I had to set perimeters because they forget that in this form that I'm in, I can be, squashed. So let's respect that. And so I get the downloads when it's convenient, and everybody's happy. So yes, speak your truth. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's actually perfect, Uh, meditation is one of your anchors. Is that correct, Jonathan?
Definitely. I have definitely become that later, the later stages of my life now. So yeah, it's a really good tool. I wish I discovered it sooner and understood it sooner, but I guess this was the time for it.
Everything happens in a perfect divine timing. And as human beings, because I talk to a lot of people and everybody's waiting for their timing, but I always say it's not only if there are other people involved or we're living in a world, it's about the timing for other stuff or
Mhm.
people or events or, you name it. So the timing can be, everything comes also when we are ready for it and when we start to understand. Sometimes we have things coming for us, we can grasp the meaning of it, right? It doesn't mean that we did something wrong when we didn't understand. It's going to keep coming until okay, there's the light bulb.
Mm.
Now I get it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Make sense?
definitely. It definitely felt exactly like that when I started to understand meditation for myself. It felt exactly like that. Like for all the times I've tried earlier in life and I couldn't really understand it. It's when it really
I
happens and you feel the presence,
Yeah,
like it's amazing.
yeah, yeah, it is amazing. And I don't know if I mentioned this because we talked about meditation only one time before or twice, I think.
Yeah.
But I remember years ago when I also, I tried to catch meditation and they said, don't monitor your thoughts, just
Nope.
leave them go by. As soon as you focus on not thinking, what are you going to do?
You think.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly.
That's why the breath comes in so handy, is to be breathing. But even when the meditation, I don't have everybody just deep breathing, because then they're concentrating on the breath. And I have wonderful couches here, and I said, just let yourself be. And if you think that you've gone to sleep, that's okay. You're still in a meditative state. And my dog that meditates with us, she lays over there. And I said, so if anyone feels like they're snoring, we'll blame it on the dog. Because when you get out of your mind, yeah, she gets blamed a lot. but getting out of your mind, that's not something that's natural for us. And but allowing, I had one person, and it was every time she was here, she was trying to help me. Well, she couldn't go where I go, and she was worried about me because when I'm in meditation, I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting, so to speak, and my breath may change, it may stop. And she was sitting by me, and so she was concerned. And I said, stay, just be in your space. And after 3.5 years, she says, you know what? You're right. And she finally was able to get past the thinking. But I mean, it's a process. It's a new learned thing, and just love yourself, because even if you don't think you are, you are. Taking a walk is a meditation.
Yeah.
You know?
And
So,
you know, sometimes we sit and we close our eyes and we go into deep meditation, but also you can live meditation. That is what's so
daily.
fantastic.
Daily.
Yeah. So when you are in your energy and nothing is disturbing you, you may actually do some small chores at home, right?
Mhm.
But I get a lot of information that way. But I don't want someone to come and knock on me and say, "Hey, you," because that's going to bring me back, right? But a
That's right.
lot of inspiration, um, you can get guidance through meditation in so many different ways, visions, thoughts coming. And I have had downloads with creative stuff all the time. Um, and when I started to get my dust, I got them in English, and that was really strange for me. And I said, "Hey, I'm from Sweden, and I speak also good Greek. Why English? I don't really know that, but any way it comes, there's a lot of terminology around these things, right? Clairs and meditation and your senses and all of that good stuff. But even if there are fancy words for it, we need to discover how it functions for us. How does this work for me? How do I get? Because it's a combination of things, like you said, Jonathan, right? So you heard noises, maybe you saw visions, and you had a sensation at the same time, right?
Definitely.
And it's a challenge navigating in this world where people haven't quite realized that they're more than than what society says they are. But staying with it, and just finding you. We talk a lot about finding your authentic self, and as you do that, you realize what will work in this society, what won't work, and but finding your authenticity is what this is leading you to, and this is beautiful.
It really is. It's a beautiful journey. A lot of ups and downs. Same with the thoughts and the stillness, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
But I really think the thoughts, like from I took the course in transcendental meditation, and 2 years ago, I stumbled upon it. I thought it was going to be like this guided meditation, but apparently it was an introduction to transcendental meditation. And I was really like, when I came there and I got introduced to what transcendental meditation is, the thing that really caught me and was like, wow, I think I really need to kind of do this thing and pay for the course, because the thing is, it costs, but it's the best investment I've done in myself my entire life. But I was so impressed by my teacher about how present he was. Like, he was so present in all the questions, all the answers, listening. And I was like, wow, I really want to learn that.
Yeah. Interesting. I met some of the people that were on the movie What the Bleep, and they had done a meditation where they took people, and it wasn't transcendental, it wasn't guided, it was 110, 200 people that were like in a gym, and they sat there, and all they did was hold the energy. Just hold the energy. They weren't thinking about changing things. They weren't thinking about anything else. They were just holding the divine energy. And what happened, they did it in Chicago and LA and places in Europe. When they were holding that meditation, crime was cut in half. The stock market raised. There were less people going to the emergency rooms because holding that energy. Since we've been doing the meditation every Tuesday night for the last 10 years here, my neighborhood was a beautiful little quiet neighborhood. And then, like most neighborhood, it got wild and crazy, and really wild and crazy. They built apartments, and it was not really safe to live here. And we started doing the meditation. Now, my neighborhood, I don't hear anybody yelling at people. You don't hear kids screaming and crying and adults yelling at people, gunshots, nothing. Because for each person that holds the meditation, this is mathematically proved, over 1,000 people are affected. So we had 7 people here last night. So 7,000 people in this surrounding area were touched by that divine love. That's the power of meditation.
That's
Yes.
the power of meditation. There's something
That's
special
perfect.
with it. Mm.
Yeah,
It is. And Greg Braden talks a lot about
that's where I got it.
meditation. Yeah, and he's a scientist, but he's very deeply spiritual. He's
Yes.
really good. I don't know if you listen to him or anyone else, but I can write it in the chat here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this chat, when we end the stream, is going to go away, but I'm going to post other things.
Yeah.
Greg Braden.
I had the privilege of meeting him in 2020, and it was such an easy experience. It wasn't like, oh, now I've just got to follow him, or I've got to follow it, because I don't follow anybody. I found out I'm now 80, going to be 82, and I found out that I'm actually a rebel, and I never knew that about myself. So I listen and I gather information, but I don't just go, okay, I've got to do it exactly their way, because that's not me. I have to follow what my soul came here to do. And it seems like you're doing that, Jonathan.
I think I'm starting to get on the right path, and it feels right now. So
Yes.
Yeah.
it's been very vivid for a long time, but it's starting to feel very good energy into it.
Right.
And that's perfect, because we need to start somewhere. And what we do as human beings, we have been taught that through competition, we compare ourselves, right? And then we think that, okay, I'm not as good as, or I failed, or I don't understand this. But all we need to do, go in here and let the experience come, and the rest is going to be taken care of. And of course, listen. It's a very good thing to listen to different sources, actually.
Yep.
Not getting stuck. And I've always been like that too. I just love to listen to different things, and then the process starts, and I can find my way through. Because if you listen to someone, maybe you don't feel in alignment with exactly 100% what they are saying, but maybe 95 or 75 or whatever, right?
Or even
So that,
one word.
yes, exactly. And something else also that's interesting. Of course, I do work with a phone line, right? So I do this, what's called spiritual work, right?
Mhm.
But any kind of work in our world here is actually considered spiritual, is equally holy. I want to mention that because I know that you work as a travel agent. That is exciting, Jonathan, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
fun work. It's a fun work.
yeah,
I don't know if I'll be doing it all my life, but I enjoy it. But I think the best thing with it is definitely the people,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
of course I love travel, but it's I work with amazing people, and of course the customers are also super nice. It's a great experience, but I work with the most loving and giving people. It's the best workplace I've ever had.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Go ahead, Kareem. I know
yeah.
you want to
I
say
know. I see. She watches my face.
something.
We are beacons of light, and your energy. You don't have to classify it as, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and everything else. Your energy is so amazing that just your presence is going to give a person another opportunity to see a possibility about themselves that they didn't even understand. And you don't have to go out there and like say, okay, well, you should this and you should that, and just your presence, being who you are, is enough to ignite the energy within a person. So this is the beautiful thing about energy. And you are now identifying with this amazing energy of your own, and but it's not forced, and just letting it shine. That's how we touch people.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, being authentic.
That's
It's
Yes.
right.
it's key.
And seeing someone else, that's actually
Hmm.
more valuable than say to someone I see you
Yep.
is more valuable than to say I love you sometimes, right? Because that person feels I'm seen, I'm confirmed,
Yeah.
I'm good enough as I am, right?
And
Yeah.
I also add that I started saying that long before Avatar did.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I've been thinking
Yeah,
about it a lot lately.
they stole that from me. But
Hmm.
it literally means I am in connection with your soul. I'm not, all of the outside is just there, but I am feeling your soul, your true authentic self. So I see you. I
Thank
see.
you. Those very kind words, and I think you guys kind of bring it out of me in a sense. When I just came in here, you guys like I don't know. It's I feel like this love, and like it's like I'm always at the end of laughing, but I'm not laughing all the time.
I'm sorry.
It's
Uh,
uh,
yeah,
it's very good energy. Like it's very nice to just be able to spoke freely about things that we all love, and we know that it's real.
yeah,
Yeah, it's I'm out of words in a sense.
yeah.
Oh, and we are so blessed to have you on today. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. I'm
Really,
very grateful.
really.
I love being here.
Yes.
So I'm coming to the juicy part.
Oh, I knew my seat was getting hot for some reason. I'm starting to squirm a little bit, but he gets to answer most of these questions today. This is going to be. I'm going to
Okay,
sit back and enjoy this. Have fun,
Okay,
Jonathan.
let's hope I can answer them. Let's hope.
yes. So I want to say to everybody watching this that we always have five simple, I call them simple.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else has a different name for them, but I call them simple questions that connects with the theme. We are talking about the topic, but they are also offered to all of you watching and listening to this, right? Um, so as a gentle reflection to explore within yourselves. So how would I answer that question for myself, right? So
Right.
here comes the first one. What first inspired you to begin your meditation journey?
Hmm. I mean, I've always been interested in it. I think ever since I was like in Thailand when I was younger, I think I was around 10, I was very inspired by the temples and the calm energy around those places. But I wasn't really in there, in that frequency or like that way of understanding it then. But I think definitely what really inspired me was definitely my teacher. I was really inspired by how present he was. It was really nice because I felt before that for a few years before also a few years back before that I was depressed for a long time, mostly because I didn't deal with my life, I think, and I was stuck in thought. But he really inspired me to really try to be more present. I try all the time. I'm not always present. I dream away a lot, but it's very nice to have found meditation to help it elevate my life, and it definitely helps me be more present. And people like you definitely help me even more. It's very nice.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Do you have anything, Corinne, to add to that, or no?
No, he said it beautifully, because it's that quieting the mind and realizing that this is who you really are. But it just kind of touches you and says, try this. But
Yeah.
when you find a teacher that is present, and the greatest gift that I've ever received from anyone I've ever worked with, and I do spiritual counseling also, is when they look at you and they say, "You're real." And I know how I feel, but I don't know how I present myself to people. But when they use that word, it's almost like, I am real. I am coming from my authenticity. But yeah, that's a good way to recognize somebody that you can have as a guide, not as a teacher. We're all teachers, but it can guide you to certain places.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think in our society, to be honest, I think the most challenging part is to be present in the moment.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things wanting to drag you either to the past. And I always say that the past cannot come back to you unless you invite it. We invite the
That's
past.
right. Go dig it up.
And yeah, exactly. And we go through it. Of course, we are never going to forget about everything. It's always going to be memories. But we can't keep inviting if we want to progress forward and being present. And we create our future at this moment, this present moment. We don't create it from the past if we don't invite that. We can do if we bring it in, but we do create the future from this point, meaning that we are so powerful when we understand that part, that we can make new choices all the time, right? Can always make new choices. And that is, I would never ever give away that power of myself.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
Never.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Ooh. How has meditation shaped your understanding of spirituality?
In short terms, like I would just say that it confirms that it's real. It's really real for me. I'm only talking from my point of view, but it's really real. Like I can sit here in my room, and out of nowhere I can just hear like this glittering sound, and it just fills my whole body with total joy. Like it's real, and I really hope that everybody gets to really feel it and understand it. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel it all the time, But when I feel it, I'm like, wow, this is something else. But it's also everything. It's like it's a part of me. It's in everything.
It's
It's
in everything, exactly. And we are all connected
mm,
when we reach that place, right? That's so fantastic, beautiful. You are a very old soul in a young body
maybe, yeah, maybe. I'll,
with a fantastic spirit, right?
Hmm.
hopefully, I'm not perfect, but I
Oh,
strive to become better.
perfect is the most beautiful. Imperfect is the most beautiful place to be.
Mm.
And you know, I mean, it's. I just found a magic word that the Japanese has, and it says that I'm not gonna. Maybe I can find it right here. It is wabi ashabi, a worldwide centered in the acceptance of transition and imperfection, finding beauty in the naturally imperfect, incomplete, and impermanent moments in your life. You are beautiful. You're just right where you're supposed to be. Thank you.
Can you say that
Superstar.
word again? I want to hear that word again.
I'm gonna spell it because I mispronounced it. I don't speak
Huh?
Japanese. WABI dash SABI. And the way they have it phonetically is WATTBE is the way you pronounce the first one, and SHA dash BE is the way you pronounce the second word. But how wonderful. Perfectly imperfect. You can't be more perfect than that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I get
And,
excited.
and that is Corinne's statement. We did a show on that actually, and you said,
Okay.
I am perfectly imperfect.
That's right.
Yes,
But it's exactly like you said, like um, the past is gone. Like we can't do anything about it, and we're forever ever changing, just like this world. It's
Yeah.
always changing, and we
yes,
ourselves are always changing. It never
yes,
stops. Like I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. Probably you guys are not. Like it just
Not at
keeps
all.
like
yeah,
it's just now. It really is. But I
yeah,
find it hard to accept many times. I get stuck in my own world, in dream worlds,
yeah.
and like, but it's everything that exists. It is everything. Like
Yeah.
it's
It
always
is.
here. Mm.
I have a
And you know,
saying.
can I just chime in and say one
Absolutely.
fantastic?
Just chime right in.
So I'm not even the same as I was an hour ago.
No,
Mm.
not at
No,
all.
please, Kareem, go ahead.
The past is what brings you to the present. The present is the gift of the future.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
like that. I like that.
So, you know, when I'm
that was
working with
perfect.
people, I said, you're not going to go dig up the garbage and then root through it and say, well, I'm going to keep this and I'm going to keep this. No, it served its purpose. It brought you to here. And now what you do is the gift of the next moment. We have it. We're not in the future yet
Mm.
No.
because it's going to happen. And that's the
Yeah.
beauty.
Plus something else important. Everything we have experienced up until this point shaped us to who we are in this present
Absolutely.
moment.
Mm.
Would you like to change that? No. Why? Right?
No.
No.
Because
Even
I
though
wouldn't
there's been
have to
So,
some
be me.
shitty parts, but no,
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it.
that's right.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Whew.
So, third question. What simple practice would you recommend for someone just starting out meditating or on the
Mm.
spiritual path?
I mean, I think meditation for sure is a fantastic thing to do. It's so easy to like um, get into yourself and feeling everything more with it. But I think the thing with finding something like there's different ways to do it. Like we talked about earlier, we can find it while we wash dishes or um, doing anything, watching the breath. Like I think watching the breath, I do it sometimes. I think it's fantastic tool. Like you just use the breath. Like whenever the thought comes up, you just go back to breathing. And when you notice the thoughts, back to breathing, back
Yeah.
to breathing, and this keeps going. But it's the same thing with mantra. You use a simple mantra, either a word that means something or a word that doesn't mean anything. Like you use it, and when you use it, the mind becomes this separation, the mind and the thought, and from there it just gets more and more beautiful. I think the key is really like find something simple. Like painting is also amazing. Like whenever I paint, I realize I'm just in doing this painting, and everything just disappears. But there is also something different, like finding a meditation technique that really works for you. If it's with breathing, if it's with mantra, if it's with doing yoga, but combining it is also amazing. But I think key is finding something simple that works for you. It should be simple, and that's why I do mantra meditation. I think it's transcendental meditation is so good. It costs money though, the course, but it's worth every crown that I've paid.
Yeah.
Mm.
Beautiful. And how do you stay consistent with your spiritual routines in your daily life?
Sorry, can you say that again? Sorry, I got lost in thought.
Yeah. How do you stay consistent with your spiritual routines in daily life?
Mm,
That's a good one, isn't it?
yeah, I mean it's not perfect, but it has been very good for quite some time, on and off. But I think it's really just important finding a good routine. Like I try to do it every morning or every night, trying to find the routine in doing something that works for you. Once a day or twice a day. For me, it's twice, and it's great. But it's like exactly like training. You really need to get by the barrier where it feels like it's unnormal, but you need to get into it, like really doing it consistently. And when you do it consistently, like I had tried meditation before, but before TM, I didn't do it consistently. And when I did it, that's when everything changed. Everything. Like, I think it's with everything in life. If you're consistent with what you really want to do, beautiful things will happen. Like, it really does.
Yeah, and everybody needs to find that routine that works for them, right? And if you want to go walk on this path, because for me, it's my perception of the spiritual path, meditation and your senses and opening up and discovering who you are, authenticity, everything of that nature. And we need to do it regularly. It's not going to work as efficiently if we do it every once a year, twice a year, right?
Right.
So finding your way of inviting a routine in your life. And many people they do say, well, I don't have time for that. Do you take a shower in the morning? Yeah, well, you have time for a short one then, while you are showering, right? Do the meditation because water also is very helpful. There are a lot of elements that are helpful when it comes to calming yourself down, right? But we are very good at finding excuses, and I'm not an exception, even though I have invoked it because I have it in my life. It's like you can invoke it um, to the point where you feel I'm living it one way or another, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have it. And yeah. Well, last question. What message do you hope listeners take with them from today's conversation?
Hmm. Good question.
Always. Mm-hmm.
Doreen
Mm,
should say now, I told you.
Welcome to the show.
I hope, since this is kind of what I'm here for today, of course, spending time with you guys and talking, but I think try meditating in the nature.
Hmm.
Really try to find, like, put your bare foot on the ground, be in like a sunny day, or if you like the rain, go out in the rain, just feel the rain,
Hmm.
feel it, listen to it, feel everything. But like, if you haven't tried meditation, find a technique, easy one, and try it. Once a year is okay, but you won't feel the difference if you don't do it consistently. The most important thing is doing it consistently. That's when you gain the superpower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think.
it
Yeah, meditate. Definitely try it out.
Yeah.
it is like everything else, where we put our focus and attention, right? So if I'm determined, I will find the time to do it. It doesn't need to take an hour or 2 hours each and every day if I don't have that time. I make it fit with my life, but it's also going to increase. If you start doing it, you're going to want more of it, right? So you're going to make that time, but you need to, as you said, Jonathan, you need to overcome the barrier for this so that
Right.
you make it a habit in your life.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yes. The actor that played Wolverine, um, he said that he meditates with his kids just before breakfast. It's just taking a moment of silence. He meditates before he reads a script. He meditates before he makes a decision. He meditated before he went to the Oscars. He said it's just a part of me to basically take a breath, pause, and just quiet your mind. And as you said, it then becomes a daily thing that you do, um, like brushing your teeth, like breathing, and it just pauses. One of the things that I try to help my students with is, even before you speak, take a breath, just quiet your mind, because the words that you're going to be saying are then going to be inspired rather than just be reactive. So it's constantly, it's daily. It's daily.
Yeah, it's daily. So, how do you, Corinne? You're not going to slip away. I'm just kidding you. Like always, right? The love and the jokes here are always. I'm the jokester.
Yes.
So, how do you stay consistent with your spiritual routines in your daily life?
Well, I am perfectly imperfect. So there are times when I am not, but I think because it is so second nature to me to to find that pause, to find that quiet time, and it is constant. I love, like you said, being in nature. I go out in my backyard, walk around barefoot. I sit and I watch the rain as it runs down a leaf, and I get inspired. I see a speck of sunlight coming out between the leaves of the tree in the morning. I Watching a bee do its thing. These are all times to quiet the clutter in my mind. And when the clutter is resolved, I'm meditating. I'm in a meditative mind.
Yeah. You could say you are in a receptive state. That's also
Exactly.
meditation, right? So we
Exactly.
are
Exactly.
receiving.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was younger, because I always have a few years on my neck, I'm 61, going for 62 this year. And
Congratulations.
thank
Congratulations.
you. Middle age, or maybe soon is going to be 70 minus. I'm just kidding. No, I don't have a problem with age, to be honest, because it's a number. It's about how we are in here. Someone can be 100 years old and they can be have the maturity of a 20-year-old or vice versa, right?
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
about who we are in here and how we are managing our life, both in a spiritual way and as human beings, as souls having this human experience also, you could say, right? Because we
Yeah.
are souls. That is the essence of who we are. And it's fascinating. And we are always continuing to learn. It doesn't mean that because we have been in this field for many years, we are fully developed. No.
Always.
And I have my perfectly imperfect sides too. Uh, I have that Mediterranean temper sometimes, so I go off. It's like that when the fuse is coming down, and I may say a couple of things that are not very nice, but I get out of it. I catch myself because I don't think that also in this world we are to be hard on ourselves. It doesn't mean we are rude to someone else, but sometimes we need to let the steam come out of the system
Mhm.
so we can calm down and we don't collect things because the body tend to collect things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Yes.
You can
Wow.
feel it also when you meditate if the body has collected something. It's
Yes,
it's also very interesting, I think. Like you just the body can just like it like I don't know react a lot because there are some old stuff, the tiredness that's in the body. It's like a cleanse of meditation in a sense.
Yep. A loving, unconditionally loving
Mm.
cleanse. There's no
Yeah.
judgment.
Mm.
Meditation does not judge you.
No.
no,
And I
no.
also feel like with meditation is also like I've, I don't think that thoughts are a problem. They're
Nope.
they can be there, but
Yeah,
we don't need to identify with them. See them, but we
exactly,
don't need to take them with us.
Exactly.
And the space
exactly.
in the
Mm,
space, that's where the magic comes in. It's
Ah, yes.
pure magic.
yeah. I actually stopped after some time when I realized years ago, right? When I realized I'm not going to be able to stop my thoughts. So, you know, but that was sometime in the 80s, 90s, maybe,
Yeah.
when where a lot of people talk, you know, don't think, just be, just, a different way of trying to do it. But as Karine also says, when we are very, very still, you can almost reach that stillness within you when you feel like just before you go to sleep,
Mhm.
if you still have a little bit of awareness, it feels like waves in your body. You are so relaxed.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I
Uh,
experienced something with liberation breathing with Sandra Ray and Marcus Ray, her husband. They came to Stockholm 2016, I think. And that was so guided also because a friend told me they are coming to Stockholm, you have to book a time. And I tried to reach the person and I said, 2 days from now, I'm not going to be able to. They're world famous. How am I going to get an appointment with them within 2 days, right? And I couldn't reach them. And she said to me, why don't you text Sandra directly? And I did. And this was a Friday. And I got the appointment on Sunday. How about that?
it just, like I said, divine guiding. When you're in that flow,
Yeah,
there are no synchronicities. There are just the universe puts you where you need to be. And Jonathan, I'm glad that the universe put you in front of this beautiful soul, and that soul connection that we were talking about last week was made. I know it was a lot longer than that, but that's how this all works, is recognizing the soul connection that you have with someone, and feeling like you're okay in that situation, and you're protected, and you're loved, and you're respected. And it was an amazing talk with you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm
It
very
was
grateful too.
fantastic. Yes, please go ahead. I'm thinking about wrapping this up a little bit. Is there anything you want to say, Jonathan, before we are wrapping this up?
Um, I mean, I'm grateful. Thank you again. It's been really nice to be here. I feel I'm in a great mood after this, and you guys gave me a lot of energy, extra energy. And I just want to say one last thing is like that I find is very, very, truly crazy, amazing. It's like the presence has like its own thing. It's like you can feel the presence when you're really in it and you feel it in the meditation, and you're like, wow, that's presence. It's I don't know. That just came to my mind. I,
Beautiful.
I love it. It's like because for me, for example, like I've had so much thoughts and so much negative thoughts for years back, but when that finally like disappeared, it's like, wow, this stillness in its own thing has so much power.
Hmm.
It's yeah.
You allowed yourself to reach that point. And Miss Corrine here, she loves the word allow. We
Allow.
have to allow ourselves
Yeah.
to come to that
Yeah.
place, right?
Yes. And it's just going to get better and better, as my kids used to say.
Wow, I like that. Wise kids.
Yeah, wise
Because
kids.
it really does. Like if you love yourself, it really does get better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it opens your eyes, it opens your heart, it opens the journey to your own true authentic self. And it's just something that uh, I do get a high on it.
Same.
I love it. I love it.
Mm.
So hopefully we can have you on again, right? I'm just going
Yeah.
to say a few things before we end this. So here comes the slashes and dashes and everything of that nature.
Okay.
You can find upcoming and past episodes at youtube.com/at Cosmic Guardians 111/streams. And you also at youtube.com/at Angel Place on Earth/streams. You can connect with us, read articles, find out all about us, and re-watch this show again at angelplaceonearth.com/cosmic guardians and angelplaceonearth.com/upcoming-past. We have made 2 series last year, 25, and you can find our series at angelplaceonearth.com/series-cosmic-guardians. I love this part, dash and slash. And we made the 4 agreements. We are going to dig into that 4 agreements again because there are a 5th agreement and plus some other content around that series. And we did the Celestial Prophecy, which are 12 insights plus a summary. So our next upcoming show with Cosmic Sis Stars and me and Corrine is going to be next Wednesday, February 11th. And we talk about letting go with grace, a journey into unlearning. That's a juicy topic too, right?
I'm
How
gonna
do
watch
we
that.
unlearn? Yeah, thank you. And we go live for you every Wednesday in US and Europe, and every Thursday in Australia. Today's affirmation. Do you want to read that, Miss Corrine or Jonathan? Maybe you don't have it, Jonathan.
No,
Jonathan.
you have it up right now. But I'm happy
Okay.
Okay.
to.
Is Jonathan going to read it?
I don't have it up. I don't have it up.
Okay.
So
I
you can.
will read it. I love reading what she writes because it's so beautiful. I open my heart to clarity, peace, and inner wisdom. Every breath grounds me, every moment guides me, and I trust the light that moves through my life. Wow.
Thank you. And to all of you, thank you, everybody, for sharing this sacred space with us today. And thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, my precious sister. And may the insights, the stillness, and the wisdom from our conversation continue to ripple through your day with ease and light. Until we meet again, keep listening inward, keep honoring your path, and keep shining your beautiful cosmic glow. With infinite love, peace, and joy, we see you, we hear you, we honor you, we love you, we appreciate you.
Yes.
From special guest Jonathan, all the way from Stockholm, Sweden, and me, Anne, and Corinne.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.